students, welcome to Vidya Mirat. This video is made for class 6 on chapter number 3, playing with numbers, and today we are going to do exercise 3.2 of NCERT. Let's begin with question number 1. What is the sum of any two odd numbers or even numbers? So let us assume, take examples to find out. Take two odd numbers and see what is its results. Now I have taken 3 plus 5. Take its addition, do addition, you will get 8 as your answer. 8 is an even number. 11 plus 13, both are odd numbers. Their answer is even number. So we can say that sum of any two odd number is even. Now let's take two even numbers and add them together. 2 plus 4 is 6. 28 plus 30 gives us 58. So sum of any two even number is also even. So try to take examples. You can take any examples, whatever you feel like, and with the help of examples you can prove this, whether the answer is odd or whether the answer is even. Question number 2, you need to say true or false. We will do all these true or false statements with the help of examples. Number 1, sum of three odd number is even. So you may pick any odd numbers. I have taken 13 plus 5 plus 1. It gives me 19. 19 is an odd number. So this statement is false. The sum of the two odd numbers and one even number is even. So let's say 13 and 5 are two odd numbers and I have taken one even number as 6. Add them all together, you get 24. So that is an even number. So we can say this is a true statement. C part. The product of three odd number is odd. So let's take three odd numbers, 3, 5 and 1. All three are odd numbers. Multiply them together. You got 15 as your answer and 15 is an odd number. So this statement is true. If an even number is divided by 2, the quotient is always odd. So let's say it's when we divided 8 by 2, 8 is an even number. I have divided by 2, I got 4 as an answer, that is even. And if I divide 6 by 2, I got answer as odd. So the statement says that whether the answer is always odd. No, we can get even number also. So it's a false statement. All prime numbers are odd. No, we know that 2 is the only even prime number. So it's a false statement. Prime numbers do not have any factors. No, prime numbers have 1 and the number itself as its factor. So it's a false statement. Sum of two prime number is always even. So let's take two prime numbers, 11 and 13. They are prime numbers. Add them together, you got 24, that is even. 3 and 2 is also prime number. 2 is an even odd prime number, plus 3 we get answer as 5, which is an odd number. So we cannot say that sum of two prime numbers is always even. 2 is the only even prime number. Yes, we know that 2 is the only even prime number. All even numbers are composite numbers. No, it is not necessary. What are composite numbers? Which are not prime numbers. But we know that 2 is an even prime number. It is not a composite number. So it's a false statement. The product of any two even numbers is always even. Do it with the help of example. 2 multiplied by 12 is 24. 4 8s are 32. In both cases we got even. So it's a true statement. Question number 3. The numbers of 13 and 31 are prime number. Both these numbers have same digits 1 and 3. Find each pairs of prime numbers up to 100. Now for this we need to know the prime number table or prime number chart. Let me see. See, there is a table here. Just look here. All the yellow boxes which are there in this tabular form, all are prime numbers. Now let's see what is the question. They are saying that we need to find out such pairs till 100 where we are using the same digits, like they have taken 13 and 31. Same way we have, if you look over here, 17 is there. 17 and 71. You have the same. 37 and 73. Again it is same. So like this we can find out the three pairs. First know the table. Even 79 and 97 are using the same digits and they are the required pair. Write down separately the prime and composite numbers less than 20. So with the help of table also, let me show you table again. We have to write down prime numbers less than 20. So see the first and the second column. So prime numbers are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, 19. So these are prime numbers. Now they also want to know to write down the composite numbers. What are composite numbers? Which are not prime numbers. So the one which are not in yellow box or one which is in white box till 20, we can write that 1, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 18 and 20. So that can be your answer, and see that the question says that it should be less than 20. So you will not include 20 in it. Before that you will stop. So prime numbers end till 19 and composite numbers end till 18. Next, which is the greatest prime number between 1 and 10? If you see between 1 and 10, see the line only from 1 to 10. What all prime numbers you have? 2, 3, 5 and 7. You need to find out the greatest prime number. Which is the biggest number here? 7. So 7 is the answer. Next, express the following as the sum of two odd primes. We need to find out the two numbers. When we add them together, we should get the respective answer. Like we have 44 as my number. Now here 44 I need to made up with the joining two numbers. So what will I do? I will just look into the first four columns from 1 to 40 only, because after that I don't want. I need sum as 44 and I need to pick only prime numbers. So let's start with 37. So in 37 what should I add to get 42? Will that be a prime number? Just see that what is 44 minus 37? You will get 7 as your answer. But can I do that? 37 plus 7 is 44. Yes, I can do that. What about another pair? 31 plus 13 is also the relevant answer. So you can make any random pair. There is no fixed answer for this. You can choose any number. I want 36 pair. 36 can be made from 17 plus 19. 24 can be made for 7 plus 17. 18 can be made for 7 plus 7. It is not necessary that you have to follow this. You can make any other pairs also. It is your choice. But you have to just look at the table and see the prime numbers. Add them together to get the relevant answers. Give three pairs of prime numbers whose difference is 2. So there should be a gap of 2 here. Now there are, from the table itself there are so many over here. If you see 3 and 5 is there, 5 and 7, 11 and 13, and 41 and 43 can also come, 71 and 73 can also come. So there are so many prime numbers. So you have to write down any three pairs. With the help of table you can easily find out. Next, which of the following numbers are prime numbers? Now if you know the table you can write directly. Another way is try to find out the factors. If the number has a factor of 1 only, then it's a prime number. But if it has more factor, it is divisible by any other number, then it is not a prime number. Now for example 23. If you look at the box, 23 is yellow marked. It's a prime number. Then also I can think of dividing it. I will try to make its factors. The factors are 1 multiplied by 23. So that becomes a prime number. The number itself and 1. If they are the only factors, then it's a prime number. 51. I know 51 goes in the table of 17, or 51 is divisible by 3. So that means the factors we can form more than 2. that is 1, 3 and 17. So it's not a prime number. 37 of course is a prime number. Now 26. Now remember children, even numbers are not a prime number. They are divisible. They are the factors of 2 100%. Only 2 is the only even prime number. Other than that, all the even numbers, they will be divisible and hence not a prime number. Next, we need to write down 7 consecutive composite numbers less than 100 so that there is no prime number between them. So that means we need to find out 7 numbers consecutive. Consecutive means one after the other. Let us start from the first row. Are there any 7 whites in it? No. Second also no. Third also no. Fourth, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. These are 5 numbers. We need 7. So I think we can go further. Even if we try 62, 63, 64, 65, 66. This is also 5 numbers, but we need 7. So the last row we can check 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96. These are the only numbers which are consecutive and they are total 7. No prime numbers in between. So children, you should know this table very well. Please remember this. Write down in your one side in the rough column and then you can do it quickly, all your answers. Question number 10. Express each of the following numbers as the sum of the 3 odd primes. Now you have the table, this. You can draw it somewhere and with the help of this yellow boxes only. Yellow boxes are the prime numbers. We will make the pairs. We need 3 odd prime numbers to find out the relevant answers. Now we want 21. 21 can be written as 3 plus 5 plus 13. 31 can be written as 5 plus 7 plus 19. 53 can be written as 13 plus 17 plus 23. 61 can be expressed as 11 plus 13 plus 37. It is not necessary you have to follow these pairs. If you can find some other pairs also, you can write down, but you have to pick only the prime numbers. Next, write 5 pairs of prime numbers less than 20 whose sum is divisible by 5. Now, to get this idea, divisible by 5 means my ones place should be 5 or 0. If I get that, that means that number will be 100% divisible by 5. Now the required pairs are like 2 plus 3, which gives you 5, and 5 is divisible by 5. 2 plus 13, 15. 11 plus 9, 20. 17 plus 3, 20. 7 plus 13 is 20. And we have to write down only prime. You will have to pick the prime numbers less than 20. So all the numbers are less than 20 and all are, their sum all are divisible by 5. Next, fill in the blanks. A number which has only 2 factors is called a prime number, because the prime number has, what are the factors of prime number? 1 and the number itself. Prime number has only 2 factors, and if it has more than 2 factors, then it is a composite number. Now C part. 1 is neither prime nor composite. We start with 2. The smallest prime number is 2. The smallest composite number is 4. Why 4? Because 1 we do not consider as prime and composite. Second is an even prime number, and then 3 is also a prime number. Then comes the 4. 4 is the smallest composite number. Smallest even number is 2. We know that even number is 2, and even we call it as even prime number. Okay. So with this children, we finish this exercise 3.2. Please do lot of practice. Remember the prime number. They are very less in number. You can even remember that, or you can recall in your mind that it is not divisible by any other number. Then also you can do your questions very easily. Very soon I am going to teach you exercise 3.2. Till then, see you. Goodbye.